Hey, it's Rob Helt, Helt's Hideaway. Listen, I want to talk to you today about our Plumeria. This has been something that Karen has spent a couple of years just really trying to get to work. And it's amazing to watch them. And I'll put at the end of this video the actual opening of these blooms, and you're gonna have to forgive my muscle shirt. It's hot here in Texas, and so you know, I don't have any muscles, but forgive the shirt. I'm working out in the yard today, but I want to show you this Plumeria right here. This one is absolutely amazing, and you can see here that it gives off what I think look like hot air balloons or something like that. And this Plumeria has just come alive. It's not very tall. It's coming out of here. It's got morning glory planted in the bottom of it. But in order to get this, it took a good amount of watering to get it to finally bloom. And you can see it's still got more that are fixing to come out here. So this one's going to be huge. Now we've got these two that are taller. This one right here is much taller, and it hasn't done anything yet, although it has some uptakes and things like that inside of it, but it hasn't really done anything. And then this one over here, let me go around here. This one, we're working on it right now. You can see here on the work table. This one has bloomed, and it has more shoots that are coming off of it, so it's going to bloom some more here pretty soon. And then over down the yard a little bit, we have a red one that has bloomed, but Karen is about to do something called twirling, where she's going to take the two, probably the white and the red one that we have, and mix them together to try to get a seed pod off of it, which is going to be interesting. This Plumeria here hasn't really done anything, but it's working. You can see here, she gets these from all over. These come from different states, orders them. The morning glory is going absolutely crazy in there, but these get fed. You can see down in here there's a little blue green color fertilizer. They get fed food, and you can see that the rain, we've had a lot of rain, and sometimes they'll drop their blooms there. But these are doing well. I want to talk too about our hibiscus. Here's that red Plumeria you can see here is coming out. We've got other Plumeria just down here that are still in pots, but are being fed, and so those should definitely do something. But I want to talk about this right here. This is our hibiscus. Last year this was just two plants. We have one that is back here. You can see there's the split between the two. These are literally two hibiscus plants, and these give off a very large bloom. And I want to show you this one right here is fixing to go. That's one that's fixing to go, and then we've got a couple down here that are about to break out as well. And this shoots out humongous flowers. And these hibiscus are just amazing and as big as they've gotten, and we're just at the beginning of the season, so I can't imagine how big this is going to get. We were a little worried about it. I believe last year these were cut off down at the ground level, and then they have just come back with a vengeance. They're in really good soil. They're right up against the house where it gets kind of shade and sun both. It's a partial sun area, and then of course we had the fence built which blocks the pool. But these have done amazingly well. And lastly, I will talk about the spider lily. We did not expect the spider lily to come back this early. Normally this is a late summer bloomer, and obviously it decided that it was going to come back. This is the spider lily here, and the cool thing about the spider lily is it attracts the hummingbirds. We have our hummingbird feeders here, and then they come to this and get nectar out of here, and it's really good. I've looked around inside here to see if there's any more shoots, and there are some that are low that will come out, but this thing has done really well. There's a really funny story behind this that I may tell one day, how this spider lily ended up here. But you can see that it's got all these leaves, but then on this shoot where they come out here, you'll notice that this is actually one vine here. I guess that's more of a vine, and it keeps its nutrients inside of here. And so I'm looking for more of these to come out. It does really well in this soil, and it's been here since we bought the house. We didn't plant this, it was just here. And then of course we have all of our others here, and I'll cover those on another episode. But something really funny about this particular spider lily is when we moved in, we didn't know what it was, and we thought it was a weed. And so Karen and I both actually tried to kill it. We tried to pull bulbs out. We didn't know what it was. And then we put rocks over top of it. I poured gasoline on it. We did everything we could to try to kill this. And it just kept coming back, because in the winter time, what this thing does is it wilts down and gets real just gross looking. And we didn't know what it was. We didn't realize it was a spider lily until the next year we saw it, and it was like, well, we obviously can't get rid of it. So then it kicked off its blooms. And when it kicked off its blooms, we were like, oh, well, that's kind of a pretty thing. And then a friend of ours in Memphis, Amy Aaron, said, hey, that's a spider lily, and those are rare. They're hard to really get to grow like this. And so that's why we have it and kept it, and we're glad we did, because it attracts the hummingbirds. So that's the Plumeria and the Hibiscus and the spider lily. They're doing real good, and so we'll see you next video.